Woke up, everybody jump, or something like that. The stupid ass song that like is all over social media. It's like, honestly, I'm gonna jump off a building if no one explains this deck, and that's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna explain the Inazuma 11 collab for story mode. Because this deck is one. There's only one build for this deck. Like, it's quite cut and dry.
There's one main build, but the texts are different.
The texts are different, but like the main build is the main build, right? There's not much you can deviate. It's not like the story mode version where there's 3 different versions of the deck. But Unmei only has Unmei, which is kind of Unmei if you get the pun. But yeah, okay. Anyways, yeah, football. You all like football? Soccer? What do you call it? Football or soccer? I have no clue what you're calling overseas.
Saka Yarose?
You just had to. Okay, let's do the video proper. Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Season 4 here. Today we are back for our final DZBT15 deck profile. Yes, I know what you're wondering. Amis, it's in August. You're still covering DZBT15. Yes, and we are covering this at the very end. This is at the end of DZBT15. I think at this point I've covered everything I wanted to cover from this set, but I've stalled this one out for a particular reason. At the moment of this recording, I have no clue whether English is getting this collab or not. They've not announced any news, no one has said anything, which is very unfortunate. I do want to preface that because honestly, I'm having a lot of fun with this collab. Inazuma 11 is based on Inazuma 11, the IP, the property. If you don't know what Inazuma 11 is, I'm really sorry because like this is probably one of the best
And if you're
sports anime or like manga. There's a manga, right, for this?
Yes, couple
like,
actually.
There's a few. Like, I would be surprised if you don't know what like Inazuma 11 is like. Like this guy is basically like Goku of like football if you think about it. Like if you squint, but you know,
its base IP is a video game after all.
Yeah, it is a video game. So let's talk about this one, which is also based on a video game. So Sasanami Unmei, this is the name of this guy. If you don't recognize him, it's fine because he's based on the new. Can I say new? He's based on the latest Inazuma 11 video game, which is
It came out in November 2025, so I would say it's still pretty new, right?
It's called Victory Road. And basically, yeah, so Victory Road is the new game that just came out. So based on Victory Road, they released multiple sides of Inazuma 11. So there's the story mode, so it's these guys based on the actual Nintendo game. And then there's Chronicle mode, which is based on like the old school anime, of which we've already covered this in a deck box opening, so you can check that out. It's in the channel. But today we want to talk about Sasanami Unmei because I actually did play Victory Road, and so have you. Yes,
Yes.
You have clocked over 100 hours.
Honestly, it's a very decent story. It's the best story we've had in years, especially after the travesty that was Ares and Orion.
Yeah, but this is actually really good. Like Inazuma 11 is probably a property that is very beloved, at least in Japan. I can say that for an absolute fact. I know many people personally, friends, who are starting Vanguard because of this collaboration. And that's probably why I'm doing this video, because like I want the people who like Inazuma 11 to learn about Inazuma 11 and Vanguard, because like, you know, I love Vanguard guy. But then again, I really don't know if this is a collab that's coming to English. First and foremost, I don't even know if this collab is like loved in English or not. I know most people are just sick of collabs, and let me be frank, I hate collabs too. Okay, I think the state of collabs in this game is, it's fine. It's not as bad as Magic the Gathering, but like, you know, it can get pretty infuriating for some people, and it's a totally respectable opinion. I think it's really fine.
From what I know, there is a huge following all over the world.
I don't think collabs should be, you know, like over push like Magic. I think Vanguard so far is still doing it pretty alright. But you know, there's some collabs I'm just really like, what the hell? The Persona collab, I have no clue why the fuck they're doing Persona. I'm really sorry.
Love and Berry, anyone?
I hate Love and Berry, and I hate everyone who plays Love and Berry, because you know, a lot of them are just they don't know the game. I'm like, do you know this game? No, I'm just playing it because it's MLB. It's like, but okay, you know what? That's fine and good, I guess. But today we're gonna actually talk about this deck, which honestly is really fun. This is probably the most competitive or second most competitive deck for Inazuma 11
As a collab, yes.
As a collab, it is probably one of the better ones, I would say. So yeah. Okay, yeah, but with that out of the way, let's actually talk about it. There's a lot of things to talk about this collab, because this collab is really refreshing, I would say. Like, they bring in a whole ass G zone, they call it extra deck, and like,
It's a special move deck.
it's a special move deck. So now you have to ask people if they have a special move deck. And honestly, I know most Vanguard people cringe, like, oh my god, another whole ass zone, this is disgusting. But can I be honest, I really love the execution of the special move. I think when they announced Vanguard was gonna have this, I was like, I really don't know how they're going to implement the flares of Inazuma 11, like, the whole, okay, it's a football thing, everyone shouts a thing in Japanese, and boom, and then big explosion, balls fly, then, like, I think midway in the 2010s, they suddenly have stands and horses and dogs, and I have no clue what this franchise has evolved into, but it's, like, really funny. But, like, the fact that they have it in form of the special move deck, and then they also have the energy. They use energy as their main mechanic because the footballers are channeling their power to shoot the ball and stuff, so uses their energy. It really is a hilarious collaboration, to say the least of it. And yeah, I'm just really glad that they actually, I would say they did this collab justice. Vanguard doesn't do a lot of their collab justice, but I would say this one they've done it pretty right. It's not like Yakuza, where the Yakuza collab is so tasteless and so overpowered. This one feels fair, right?
Yes.
This one feels at home. This one feels right. But okay, I spent about 5 minutes talking about collabs because I know people actually do dissect my speech and oh my god, he said this, oh my god, he said that. What does this mean about his political leanings? What does he mean about his opinions? I like football. I like the guy who holds the ball, the guy who's too sick to play football. That is Sasanami Unmei. I played this game, I know a bit. And I also know there's a lot of Vanguard players who are really concerned as to why she's 8,000 yen for the high rare. I don't know. I've always thought Raika was kind of hot. She's really a fun personality too. But people seeing the high rare for this card at 8,000 yen is just hilarious.
Okay, to be fair, when it comes to the
hilarious
Victory Road story mode, she is up there when it comes to popularity.
She's quite high up there. And you know what? She deserves it.
Yeah.
She fully deserves it. So, okay, enough stalling, let's talk about it. Well, we are using a paper map for this deck profile. Because we just thought the map was so funny. It's a whole football field.
This is indeed the map
Vanguard.
that comes with the trial deck.
This comes with the trial deck, so it is really fun. Oh yeah, I should also mention Sasanami Unmei and Endo Mamoru, they are both individual trial decks and then you build up. So this is the completed deck with the support from DZBT15. So yeah, so this is not a deck profile of the trial deck. This is the full competitive deck profile for. Okay, I can't use the word competitive. I know people get upset when I say that. This is the full build. Is that a term they use in English?
Basically,
build?
yes.
Yeah, full build. Yeah, so this is the full build of it. So let's reach the right deck at long last.
Alright, so the one who arrived late, Sasanami Unmei, he is going to be our starter for the deck. His effect is, when he's rode upon, if you went second, you draw a card.
Don't be a prick, man. We know what a starter does.
Okay, next, Dual Maniac, Sasanami Unmei. His effect is, when he is placed, you look at the top 5 cards of your deck for a story mode unit card and add it to your hand. So this entire trial deck is full of story mode unit cards. You are supposed to build around story mode units. So we'll go through the rest of those units later. Next, Soccer Revivalist, Sasanami Unmei. His effect is, when he's placed, you can Soul Blast 1 to look at the top 7 cards of your deck. You add 1 story mode unit card to your hand and discard up to 1 tactics card from among them to your drop zone.
We'll talk about tactics later. We will talk about tactics later, so don't worry.
Okay, lastly, the Bold Strategist, Sasanami Unmei. This is the shiny version, so for those who can read Japanese, we'll put the normal version on top. His effect is, when he's placed on the Vanguard circle, you search your deck for a tactics order and add it to your hand. Next, his continuous effect is, on Vanguard circle, if you have played a tactics order this turn, your front row will have plus 5,000 power. If your bind zone has 2 or more tactics order, your front row will gain 10k instead. Lastly, his last effect is, when he attacks once per turn, you can counterblast 1. Choose a Nagumo Hara player from your field, return it to your hand, search your deck or drop zone for a Nagumo Hara player and call them. So basically, he himself enables the 4th attack, which is honestly pretty decent.
And also, just in case he didn't mention, Sasanami Unmei is the story deck, so they're all based on a new different school. Is it a new school?
Yes, it's a new school
called Nagamuro High. So this is very different from the old school that you probably know, which is the Thunderbolt fellas. This is Raimon. So they phrase it in this way just so it's very clear to you that you're not supposed to get them mixed up.
Okay, for those who are wondering about what happens in the story, basically the school shut down football because of an incident, and Unmei at the start, he did not like playing football because he has a heart condition, and as a result, later on when he saw people disrespecting the sport that he abandoned, he got fire back and began to revive the football club in his school, which in turn made him want to aim. Which in turn made him want to aim to be the best, and now as the main strategist for his team, he brings his team all the way to the finals. Of course, it's a shonen story, so of course there's going to be a huge tournament arc, and it really is a very interesting story through and through.
Now the thing is that he actually has a heart condition, so he can't really play football until like the end of the story. Then decided like, oh, why not we get the sick kid to play football?
Because everyone was tired, okay.
Which is so diabolical. Like, can you imagine you have like a whole team for like a competitive sport? Like even if it's just like Vanguard or some nonsense, and then like, oh my god, we're all losing. Let's just get the kid with cancer to do the last game. I know it's thematic. I know it's it's supposed to have meaning, but like my god, like as a strategist point of view, like how do you even defend this? Like how are you gonna explain to the health insurance company, oh the sick kid is playing the football game?
That he was not supposed to play, by the way.
Why?
Doctor said he's not supposed to do any strenuous activity.
Oh, so funny. Like I know no one will get this because I really don't know how many people here actually played Victory Road. But like if you played Victory Road, this is the funniest man on the planet. Like this is the funniest man on the planet.
I mean, honestly, the kid's pretty durable. He took a baseball bat to the back of his skull.
I mean, he literally dances fat people off fields for fun, just to fight with them with their scissors, paper, stone.
Yeah, and he even has an official dance battle with Riker, an actual professional dancer.
Yeah, so like I don't know if Riker was just trying to stall him to like, oh, I hope he gets asthma and dies. I hope he gets asthma and dies. Like, wouldn't that just be a very weird win con for her? But alright, let's move on before we make more Inazuma 11 jokes.
Okay, so we are going to start with the triggers. This will give you an idea of what we are playing and who we are playing with. So first is the over trigger. I choose to play Inazuma Break, but honestly, you can play any of the generic over triggers.
This is the high red.
Yes.
Inazuma Break.
Yeah,
we pulled the high red.
Yeah, I managed to sack it out of the trial deck, and this is the specific one for story mode. You can see the new Raimon players in the art.
Oh wait, so there's an Inazuma Break version with the
old Raimon players, yes.
And then there's also one with these guys?
For Nagumohara, no. Inazuma Break is not their move. Because Inazuma Break
but their over trigger is also Inazuma Break?
Yes.
But it's just with different art?
Yes.
But you can play the different art?
Correct.
Oh, okay, that's nice.
So, Inazuma Break, its effect is, when activated, you energy charge 10, give a unit +1 critical.
Yeah, so as you mentioned in the previous video, but I'll just say it again just so we're all clear. The whole point of Inazuma 11 is to use energy as their resource so that when they attack and stuff, they can trigger like cool stuff like, oh my goodness, EB2. All the skills cost EB2 for the most part.
So for those
trigger EB2 and then they get an effect off it. So that's like the whole point of the entire collaboration. Everybody from the midfielder to the defender to the not the goalkeeper, the strikers, they all have this EB2 clause, which is very fun. So you can't CB deny Inazuma 11 as a collaboration.
For the most part.
For the most part. If you do, it does not do very much. Frankly, it does not do very much. It's mostly at your detriment.
Okay, for those of you who are familiar with the Victory Road video game, energy is basically our tension gauge. If you run out of tension, you can't do special moves anymore.
Actually, that's a very interesting way to phrase it, because I also was thinking of the tension gauge. I was like, oh my, okay, you know what? That's a good comparison. Very good comparison.
Next, we are playing 3 copies of the Tower as our front trigger. It is basically the sole front when put on. And all of our triggers, even though they are orders, they can be called as normal units.
Is that a common soul front?
Correct.
Oh my goodness, you guys are so fortunate. I paid like 8,000 yen for a whole playset for Nation. Yeah. No, you just get it as a common.
Okay, next we got Flame Dance. This is actually a Nation staple. It's a critical trigger, and its effect on Guardian Circle is you can Soul Blast 1 to energy charge 2. It really does allow your deck to play on. So yeah.
Is this restricted to Raimon or Naga?
No, it's just a generic.
It's a generic. So every deck will play this.
Every deck will be playing this.
Okay, interesting.
Okay, next the additional critical trigger I'm choosing to play is Metal Hammer. So we don't have any other effect critical, so you can choose to play. You should be playing the critical that is relevant to whatever players are in your deck. The one that I'm choosing is Metal Hammer,
So Metal Hammer is because of
the fat chubby kid. He's a great one.
is it one?
Yeah.
I must have skimmed over him. This guy.
Yeah.
So he's the reason why we are playing Metal Hammer.
Okay. And lastly, the heal trigger that comes with the trial deck, I see Grey, or Hoketsuno Mai, I think. I think
Very
that's
good, very good. Your Japanese is vastly improved.
So this heal trigger is also relevant
Because of the ice.
because of our goalkeeper Shisendo, which we will talk about later.
That's a girl.
He's a guy. He's the student council vice president.
Right, that's why I was looking. I was like, what do you say she? It's a he. Oh, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
So anyways, yeah. Before we leave, the triggers are all based on a specific
Special
character,
moves.
special move, just like the special move deck, as we have mentioned, maybe in the previous video. But like, you do need to make sure when you're building your Inazuma 11 deck that you're actually basing the cards you put in the deck based on the characters that you're playing in the deck. Straight up, because if you don't, your cards are all vanilla. Because all of these guys are also vanilla if you don't have this corresponding special move, or if you don't have the corresponding trigger to help them work out. So you do need to actually check before you finish that building, which I know is a surprise for most of you, but you do actually need to make sure. The only card you don't need to check is like what, Flame Dance.
Flame Dance and the tower.
Flame Dance is pretty generic. Then the tower is just Soul Front, and of course Inazuma Break is just Inazuma Break. So yeah, pretty fun. Honestly, this is my favorite version of Inazuma Break, if you ask me. In terms of art.
Yes.
Okay, let's cover the
Great ones.
Oh, you
So we are moving backwards.
Okay.
Okay, so we are playing 4 copies of Godfingers. This is our perfect guard. 4 copies of Foxworth. 2 copies of Shisendo. 1 copy of
You're not in a map.
1 copy of the Ice Princess. 2 copies of Chubby Defender.
Keep call him by name, not call him fat. So do you like it if someone comes to you? Hey,
And 2 copies of Onigiri Girl.
bro, you're gonna get us cancelled. Okay, you're gonna get us cancelled. Like, come on.
I remember the names, but the moves they use, man, it's difficult. Alright. Okay. Anyway, we'll go through the easy one first, which is
Godfingers. Godfingers is the new PG. Okay, not say new PG, but it's the PG. So for Nagamura High, their PG is Godfingers, whereas for
the Chronicle mode deck,
theirs is
it is going to
Catch.
be God Catch.
Yeah.
So it is also
The PG doesn't matter. Right?
it actually does.
Oh, it does?
It does because of Mr. Shisendo over here. So you know what? Since we keep talking about him, we'll go through him first. So I'm playing 2 copies of Shisendo. His effect is on the center back row rearguard circle. When your Vanguard is attacked, you can retire him to call an Icy Grey from the drop zone to the Guardian circle. And at the end of battle, you bind the Icy Grey.
Okay.
And his other effect in the center back row rearguard circle is when you would pay the cost for your Godfingers, you can retire him instead of discarding 1.
But even if you have 1 or less cards in hand,
Yes,
but then you don't even need to discard. So
it's up to you.
oh, it's up to you? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's actually very interesting. I don't think I've seen a card that lets you cheat a PG cost in a while. It's been a while since
Yes.
we had the design.
So
space.
Shisendo is our goalkeeper. That's why he has very defensive moves.
And that's also why it's in the center back, right? Because like
Yes.
if you look at a map, right? I'm gonna lift the map. I'm gonna lift the camera on the map. That is the goal. It's the goalkeeper spot. Yeah. Isn't it hilarious like how accurate they are to like the zone even like
Yes.
I would say they really put thought into this, man. They really have.
Okay, so generally, the rule of thumb is grade 1s tend to be defenders, grade 2s tend to be midfielders, and grade 3 tends to be forwards. I'll mention their positioning if it is different, but moving forward, just take for the rest of this deck profile, take that as the rule. So we have Onigiri Girl, I like to call her that. Her effect is at the end of the battle that she boosted and used a Hisatsu, you can retire her to draw a card. Then continuous, she can intercept from the back row. And lastly, on Vanguard Circle, Rearguard Circle, when she attacks or boosts, you can Energy Blast 2 to activate her a Hisatsu from the Hisatsu deck. That is grade equals to or less than your Vanguard. So to talk about this a little bit more, all the units share their second and third skills. It's the first skill that is slightly different between units. So for her, she is a slight draw engine. For those who are familiar with Vanguard, this is like Painkiller Angel. Right.
No, it's not. Painkiller Angel doesn't need you to do it free. This is more like Cellgown.
But Cellgown checks the top two. She
Okay,
just
or
draws
Negro Bone.
That is correct.
Negro Bone. It's just Negro Bone. Just come on, man.
Okay. The continuous effects for defenders tend to be they can intercept from the back row. So
Yes.
most of our defenders just have that continuous
So
effect.
they all chill out. Like I know I'm not supposed to here, but like the defender, so like he chills out here, right, center back. Not center back, just back row.
Just the back row in general.
Just
Yes.
the back row. Yeah. I think this will be the first video I have to lift the camera multiple times because like it is fine to show them the map.
Okay. Next we have the guy who uses the metal hammer. So his effect is on when he is placed, you can bind a metal hammer from your drop zone to give him plus 10,000 power. Which is why we play metal hammer.
Yeah, yeah.
And his other effect is when he's put on the Guardian Circle, you can Energy Blast 1 and bind a metal hammer from your drop zone to give him plus how much shield is that? Plus 15,000 shield. So basically
He can reuse the Hisats.
yes.
He can just-
And of course, because he's a defender, he can intercept from the back row. So he is the one of the few defenders who cannot activate a Hisatsu from the Hisatsu deck. Rather, he uses the Hisatsu order cards in the main deck to activate his ability.
Yep.
Moving on.
Moving on, we have this one at 1.
Yes. So her effect is.
Do you know her name? Because I actually like this one. She's
Okay.
actually pretty hot.
I know the name of her Hisatsu.
Okay, of course you do, because you play this deck non-stop. But okay, never mind. If you don't know, it's fine. I just want to tease you a bit.
So her effect is she has the first continuous effect is she cannot be chosen by opponent's card effects and she cannot be retired by card effects.
Resist.
Yes. Her second effect is she can intercept from the back row. Last effect is EB2 activate a Hisatsu that's grade equal to or less than your Vanguard.
Okay, does she have a specific Hisats?
Yes, we will talk about that later.
Alright, very good. Last but not least, we have the number 1 prick in this deck. And I mean it because like he's like the hard carry of this deck.
It really is.
He is such a hard carry. It is a shock that he is a common. It is, of course,
Mr. Foxworth himself.
this card is like a 1 million out of 10 if I could rate the whole collab. Like, I know how people always go, oh, you know, Rika's so hot, Rika's 8,000 yen is a high rare, she's the best, she's the cutest. Okay. And then some of them will even make the argument for, oh, Mr. this guy, you know, he's the Gun Cycler. Not Gun Cycler, he's the what? He's the Soul Cycler.
Yeah.
Right, this is of course the son of Endo.
Of course, he doesn't send himself back to the deck, he just draws one.
Yes, this is the son of Endo Mamoru.
Yes,
right?
Endo Haru.
Endo Haru. Yeah. But this one, genuinely, if they wish to ban any card in Inazuma 11, please let it be this one. Please.
The deck's not even that good,
I
mate.
know, but please let it be this one. Please.
Okay, so Foxworth, his effect on play, if you have a Sasanami Unmei as your Vanguard, you energy charge too.
For free.
For free. On place.
Yep.
From anywhere.
From anywhere. For free. It's so annoying. But
He allows your deck to actually play. He just keeps your deck going. So and since he's a defender, he can intercept from the back row. And lastly, he when he attacks or boosts, EB2 activate his Hisatsu. That's great.
and he has his special Hisats that you do need to know.
We will talk about the entire Hisatsu deck later. Please
Yes,
hold on.
Yes,
Okay.
but this one, like, if you don't own this card, go buy it. You will.
For story mode, I would
you-
say
you-
that Foxworth is mission critical.
Yeah, like if this guy is the hard carry of the story deck. If you are playing the story deck without him, you are not playing this deck, and you're not doing it right either. This is 4. This is the easiest 4 in the history of man. So yeah.
Yes. Next, we move on to the grade 2s. So, this one I only know his English name because of translations. This is Director, 2 copies of him. We're playing 3 copies of Riker and 3 copies of Endo Haru.
Oh no, the football monster.
So-
but he doesn't have the word monster in his name, so you cannot search it out with Akai.
Yeah.
Isn't that really funny?
So, Okay, so we'll start with Endo Haru first, since he's the most popular guy in the show in the story mode right now.
Why 3? Why not 4?
Okay, so it's more of a space constraint kind of thing, and also because he's kind of anti-synergistic with the main purpose of the deck. So his race is Raimon.
His race is Raimon?
Yes.
Oh
So
my god, yeah.
he is not part of Nagumo-hara, technically. So because of that, you cannot use your Vanguard's effect on him to return
stand.
him to hand.
To stand, to bounce it back.
Yeah, so he does conflict with the deck slightly when he's on the field. Otherwise, he is also a striker, a forward as a grade 2, which is also slightly problematic because we'd rather have midfielders as our grade 2, because midfielders generally have the ability to boost as well. And lastly, his additional skill of getting plus 5k shield is just aight.
I mean, it's free 5k shield.
Yeah.
You not want a free 10k shield, guys.
The rest of your deck has significantly more shield, honestly.
I mean, you know why he's a 10k shield guy, right? Because the whole ideology around Raimon is to stall them until Inazuma 11, like literally, and then just kill them with 11 cards face up in the G zone. So like the whole gimmick is to have shield, right? Like that's the whole idea. So
I guess, but he's just alright. But
he's fine.
yeah,
He's fine.
honestly, if for some reason you can't get a hold of Endo Haru, it's perfectly fine to play without him. The reason why we are playing the tower in the main deck is
to
because
fuel him. It's to
Endo
fuel him.
Haru.
It's
Yeah.
just to fuel Endo Haru.
Yeah.
Because of the extra soul. So like this whole soul front thing is just for him. If you don't have him in the deck, you can afford not to go with the tower.
There is literally only 2 Soul Blast effects in the entire deck, and he is one of them.
Yeah. I mean, he's the most popular one.
And that's only during the riding phases. So when
Yeah, after that you just don't see him anymore.
So basically, since I haven't mentioned it yet, his effect is when he's discarded during the ride phase, you can Soul Blast one to draw a card.
Yeah, it's just a gun cycle. It's not a gun cycle, it's a soul cycle.
His continuous effect on Guardian Circle is he gains plus 5k shield, and
You said that one already.
lastly, when he attacks, you get or boosts, you can Energy Blast to activate a Hisatsu from your Hisatsu deck.
He can boost?
Okay, it's a generic text that is given to all of the Inazuma 11 collaboration players.
Oh, okay, so he can't actually boost, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. But I didn't know this guy's like the soccer monster. Like he can do anything, right? So I generally thought they would give him all the keywords for like the position. So I was so surprised when they printed it. I was like, forward?
Man, when they showed him off with Margin Victory, that was an insane moment in the storyboard, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay,
But Margin Victory is not this collab, right?
no, it's not.
Why?
Maybe next collab.
Okay, 2 copies of this guy.
Okay, Thai Richter. They are a midfielder. Their effect is on place. You look at the top card of your opponent's deck and put it back there.
Oh, it's you!
It's a very meme of a card because the top card of your opponent's deck for the most part, for the most of the time doesn't matter, but you know, it helps, I guess.
Yeah.
Second effect is since he's a midfielder, they can boost. So as a grade 2, it's a booster. Lastly, Vanguard Circle, Rearguard Circle, when attack or boost, EB2 activate Hisatsu.
Yep. That's pretty much it.
Okay. Lastly, for our grade 2s, we have
Raika.
Miss Shinohara Raika. Her effect is on place. She's a forward, so she's
Also a bit problematic.
And when she is placed, you can counterblast one to draw a card. This is to signify how her appearance really moved the Nagumo-hara team into a new season.
I'm gonna punch you in the face because you chose this stupid ass story-based excuse instead of calling her what she is. Vibatsuka the Overflyer. On place on the rear guard. CB1, draw a card.
I mean, she's the reason
That's
why
it.
Kodokai even joined the team anyway. Even though we're not playing him in the deck currently, we kind of
Yeah.
kicked him out of the deck.
They kind of kicked out, sorry buddy.
Yeah, but yeah, and her Hisatsus are very valuable. Let's just say that she is one of the more critical parts of the deck.
Yeah, but we only play at 3 because of space. Realistically,
Yeah.
if we could, we play at 4. Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to the grade 3s.
At long last.
This is where all the tactics come into play. So if you remember earlier in the right deck, we mentioned tactics.
Okay, so we'll have to talk about the tactics later, but just know that we play 4 copies of Tenkyu no Takuto, or Heavenly Tact. I have no idea how they translate this in English. Then we have this one, You get no points if you guess what Lock the Keyman is translated from. It is Lokazakiman.
Look at the keyman.
And if you guess what does Lock the Keyman
No, okay,
do
so
in the set,
no, in
the
English it's
set
called
with-
Keyman Lockdown.
Oh, come on, that's so lame.
I know.
Okay, but we talk about the tactics later. But just know you're supposed to play in a ratio of 4:1.
Yeah, I mean, you can swap around the ratios a bit, but because Lock the Keyman is significantly worse, you'd rather just be playing Tenku no Tak every single turn.
Tenku no Tax is such a good card. Like, I'm surprised if people will tell you not to play more than 3.
Okay, then we play 3 copies of Sasanami Unmei in the main deck.
The
because
Persona Right, it's just
Persona
Persona
Right,
Right, yeah.
bigger numbers. So if his skill is fully online and he's on Persona Right, your front row is getting 20,000 power.
Which is very good for a multi-attack deck.
5 attacks plus
Yeah.
20k to front row, quite strong.
Yeah.
And lastly, we
Just
play
like Falcon.
3 copies of Sakurazaki, the main attacker in the deck.
The killer himself.
His legs are wonderful.
What?
No homo.
What? Dude, what? Oh, okay.
His legs are the reason he took a baseball bat to the head, man.
Okay, anything else before we move on?
Okay, so we'll start with what the cards do. Of course, we have 3 copies of Unmei. We already went through him, so we won't explain him further.
Just Persona Right.
Yes. We have 3 copies of Sakurazaki. So he's a forward. His effect on Rega Circle is when he attacks, he gains plus 5,000 power. Then at the end of battle, you retire him to draw a card.
Are you looking at me hoping I'll say Suitan? Is that what you want to hear?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's Boulder X Dragon.
Oh my god!
Boulder X Dragon.
And then lastly, he Ibito Suhisatsu. So
Yeah, they all do that. Our tactics is 4 copies of Tenku no Takuto and 1 copy of Lokuzakiman. So okay, let me at least give them context. So in Inazuma 11 Victory Road, because this is the man with the heart disease, so clearly he's not actually supposed to play the game, but he plays the game, so congratulations to the insurance company. He's a strategist, right? He's like the team coach, right? He's virtually like the coach or something. So that because of that, he gives them like different strategies that you're supposed to play like during the game. So the whole game is meant to be based on how they play the game.
it's funny how Lock the Keyman is the very first strategy he introduced to his team, and Tenku no Tak is the very last strategy they use in the story mode. So it's quite thematic, honestly.
I mean, Lock the Keyman is what? Everyone piled down this one guy. Just like 5 rounds and Freddy jumped the one guy. It's like, don't let him move.
It's
don't let
funny
him
because in
move."
the cutscene they realistically show 3 players on one
Jumping,
guy
jumping.
just to make sure he doesn't move around.
Just to lock the Keyman, right? So, we play one copy. We need to play multiple tactics because Sasanami Unmei does say the power gain is for every different tactic that is bound. Yes?
If you have 2 or more in the order zone, the power changes from plus 5k to plus
Oh,
5k.
in the order zone, okay.
In the bind zone.
In
sorry.
the bind zone, right? So now you can explain to them what each tactic does.
Okay, so both tactics, they can be played from drop. Funnily enough, welcome Nebula Knight's Order.
Don't say that. We're trying to get a card banned and you're saying this kind of nonsense, man.
Okay, so Block the Keyman. Its effect is you choose one of your opponent's rear guards, it cannot stand or intercept.
Lock the Keyman.
Very interesting. Okay. Next, Tenku no Takuto. Its effect is Soul Blast 1. Choose 2 story mode characters from your drop zone with different name from each other and any other card in your field and call them to rearguard circle.
It's Nebula Knight's Order. It's just Nebula Knight's Order. It's Infernal Hour, but like infinitely better. Yes, this is the whole reason why this deck is winning. No one will tell you. We have just Nebula Knight's Order just sitting in our backyard, and we just won't tell anyone. Yeah, we do. So this card basically just brings the whole board back for free. And as you've seen, we have quite a fair bit of the guys that just have the skill that say kill themselves, draw 1. So now you can just reset them, just draw more. And continue the assault. So the fact that you can omni search all the strategies, the strategies, the tactics. Yeah, that's the word, tactics. It's really good. It's really good for this deck, and that's why this deck probably excels more than the story mode decks, because the story modes have no tactic.
Chronicle
Not
mode.
story mode,
Chronicle
the Chronicle modes have no tactics, right? They only have their base like combo that you show off their old hit starts based on the original shows and animes. This one actually forces you to play a specialized spell, wherein if you do it, you are rewarded with Nebula Knight's Order.
Yeah, and it's quite consistent as well because the deck does search it out, and the right line does give you an opportunity to
search it
mill
out. Yeah, so it's really good, and you play them both from draw. So
yeah, and they do bind themselves, which is a condition for your Vanguard basically.
I mean, it's play from drop and you bind it. So like,
Yes.
I don't really need to explain.
When you play from hand, you also bind it.
yeah, it's Nebula Knight's Order.
You can run out, but honestly, if you're running out, you're decking out.
I mean, it's just Infernal Hour.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So that is the whole deck done. Yay! Woo!
But we're not done yet.
So thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Goodbye. Yeah, we have a whole SG Zone special deck thing to cover, so I'll give you the
Okay,
orders.
so as we are going through the Hisasu deck, I will put up the relevant players who can activate said Hisasu.
You need to list out the whole deck first. Dude, they didn't see the whole deck. No one will know how to build it.
Okay, so the Hisasu that I'm choosing to play in my Hisasu deck is one copy of Swirly Shot, Guru Guru Shuto, one copy of 2 copies of Force Flash, Go no Isen, two copies of Spring Thunderclap Shunrai, 2 copies of Silver Wolf Legendo, the name doesn't change, or Legendary Silver Wolf, 2 copies of Hitotsu.
Yeah, Hitotsu is so funny. It's just Hitotsu.
2 copies of Tenku Thunder or Heavenly Thunder.
Okay, so this one, I must at least just drop a comment for like 20 seconds. If you played Victory Road, obviously we have. This is the funniest animation in the whole game. You are literally summoning a freaking Thunderbolt to strike a goalkeeper into literal death.
Okay, for those who are also more familiar with the show, we have crazier move.
I know, but like, it's like, this one, I don't know if it's because of the camera shakes or what, but this one just made me laugh. This one just made me laugh. Like, Force Flash is like the guy's gonna like shoot a bullet into the guy. Like, no, this one just.
I mean, I still prefer Arashi Tatsumaki Hurricane, but like that's just me, man.
I mean, are you really gonna tell them what Emperor Penguin number 9 does, or like?
It only goes up to number 7.
Not yet. It will reach 9 eventually.
No, because then they start changing the naming convention to like Overhead Penguin or Penguin the God and Devil.
Well, I know there's like a penguin featuring something. It's just like.
Oh, featuring the shark.
Featuring the shark. It's just a shark now. Okay.
Then we got Janzo or After Image. We got Elegant Blade.
I know this one.
We got Matrix Eye.
Every time I see this card, I cannot stop laughing.
And lastly, 2 copies of Asakoni Onigiri or Look and Onigiri.
Yeah, this I hate this one.
This is an adaptation from the famous Hisasu. Look, a UFO.
Look, a jelly donut.
Anyway,
I mean, look, a UFO is iconic for that
Galaxy.
Like, Galaxy. Like,
For
oh, got a
Galaxy.
UFO. Then your turn. Where is the UFO? Okay. You can go through each and every one and show them who does what. Please keep the video on an hour. The Yakuza video went close to an hour. No one watched it. So ideally, we can keep this short.
Okay, first we will go through Swirly Shot. Swirly Shot needs to be played by a front row unit with Shinohara Riker in her name. Its effect is the unit that activated the Hisasu gains plus 5k and your opponent cannot intercept until end of battle.
Yeah, it's pretty easy enough.
Yep. Moving on, we got Asakoni Onigiri. So this can only be played by the Onigiri girl herself. Its effect is you randomly choose a card from your opponent's hand and bind it face down. At the end of battle, that card gets returned back to your opponent's hand.
Silent Tom. Ain't no Silent Tom. Eerily. It's just evil eye maiden Eerily.
Yes. But Evil Eye Maiden permanently binds, right?
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, do you really want a free hand rip in this then? It's kind of a bit too much, no?
I mean, yeah, that will push it over.
Matrix Eye.
Matrix Eye, so that is going to be played by Ty Richter. Matrix Eye, when played, you choose 2 cards from your drop zone and put it into your soul. So if for some reason, if you don't see your soul fronts, this is another way to generate your soul.
This is also why Matrix Eye is at 1, because you just need to use this like once a game.
Once, yes.
And you're pretty much solved.
Set, yeah. Next, we got Elegant Blade. So this can be only used by the girl herself. Its effect is you choose 2 of your rear guards and they cannot be chosen by your opponent's card effects and they cannot be retired. So she gives her resist effect to 2 other rear guards.
So herself and 2 others means 3.
Yes.
Now, these 2 are tagged in for Chaos Breaker because we did build and play this deck in DZBT15, so we are just attacking against this. I know most people will go, oh, but Chaos Breaker Dragon is dead, Chaos Breaker is irrelevant. Okay, but we like to be a bit, like the whole point of this deck is that we are playing a guy who has a literal heart disease, strategizing for his friends to fight against soon to be interdimensional demons and time travelers and God knows what. I think if we want a bit of resist, we can afford it, right?
Yeah, and because the deck has decent evasion due to Sakurazaki retiring.
So the rest
himself.
of the board, we just protect them off.
Yes.
And it's fine. So this one is attack. I understand some people will not want to do this. You can afford not to. It's fine.
Next, we play one copy of Janzo. After image, it can either be played by Shinohara Riker or any midfielder. So this is a generic Hisatsu for the nation. You don't need to be locked to any story mode characters.
So you can play this in the other deck?
Yes, you can play this in the other deck, and it's more played in the other deck actually.
That's hilarious.
So this effect is the attacking unit will gain the continuous effect until the end of your opponent's turn. It cannot be chosen by your opponent's card effects, and it gains plus 5k power, plus 5k shield.
And unlike Miraculous Blade, this one
Elegant Blade.
This one is actually not just a generic, but it's like a mandatory in like Inazuma 11 decks. Like you actually do need to carry this at least on one off, right?
Yeah, because that extra shield and protection effect can be quite critical. But because it's a grade 3 Hisatsu and most of the midfielders are grade 2s, it can be a bit awkward to use, and it also has to be used by a front row midfielders, and because most of the time you want your midfielders to be in the back row. So you really do need to see the situation when you need to use it. It's more situational, but it's still decent to play.
As a one-off, you can afford it.
Yes. Next, we got Tenku Tanda. It can be played by any forward. So it's going to be played by in this deck specifically, Riker, Haru, and Sakurazaki. So these are the three characters who can play this card. Its effect is the attacking unit gets plus 5k. If your opponent is grade 3 or greater, it gets another 5k. Then you can if you fulfill that condition, the second condition, you can energy blast 1 to give an additional 5k. So in total maximum, this one Hisatsu can give 15,000 power.
Yes. So this card is one of a tree branch, wherein you actually can combo off your Hisatsu together. And we're
No. This is not included.
Isn't this the one that...
No, it's Swirly Shot.
Oh, it's Swirly Shot?
Yeah, Swirly Shot.
Oh, okay, whoops. Okay, but anyways, yeah, we'll get to that one later. So...
But Tenku Thunder, it can only be played in story mode. It needs a story mode forward.
Yeah.
So if you're playing Endo Haru in Chronicle mode...
you can't use that one.
In Chronicle mode, Endo Haru actually cannot even activate his Hisatsu. No, he can. So technically, you can play Tenku Thunder in Chronicle mode,
it's a bit hard.
But only for Endo Haru.
Hitotsu.
It can only be played by Mr. Soccer Monster himself, Endo Haru.
Which you really took him out before, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So Endo Haru is the only one that can do this one.
Yeah. So he has to be in the front row as well. When this Hisatsu is played, energy charge 1. Then for every face-up copy of Hitotsu, he gains plus 5,000 power.
So it scales. The first one is 5, the second one is 10.
Yes.
So that's really nice.
And
it's a free energy charge one, so, you will want it.
We mainly play this because of the energy charge. Yeah.
2 copies of Silver Wolf Legend. Okay, this is the bastard one, honestly.
Yeah. So Silver Wolf Legend, mission critical to the deck. Its effect is when it's activated, give the unit it can only be activated by a front row unit with Foxworth in its name. Okay. Next, the activating unit gains plus 5,000 power. If you Persona Road this turn, it gains plus 10,000 power instead. Then, at the end of the battle, you can Energy Blast 1, stand this unit, and swap it with the unit behind it.
So the idea is a lot like Tidal Assault. So I'll shift the map this time. So you attack with Foxworth, then you scream, Silver Wolf Legend! Then after that, you get the attack, and in the battle he stands, and then he swaps. And then you boost again. So I believe there's like a few Aqua Force cards that do this. Although the name's evading from me. Mostly the G era ones tend to do like that. Attack themselves, then switch to become booster. This is absolutely what this is. So if you don't play Foxworth in your deck, if you don't play Silver Wolf Legend, you are physically losing out in the worst way possible for your story mode decks. So do absolutely play this card. It's a must.
Yes. And
now we move on to the special 2 Hisatsu-ish. We did hint at it at the start, and I kind of got it wrong when I talked about Swirly Shot, right? So Swirly Shot is a component Hisatsu, if I can say that, there's another one you need to trigger throughout the course of the game, and that is
Force Flash.
Force Flash.
So, it can only be played by Sakurazaki, and its effect is Sakurazaki gains plus the unit that activated gains plus 5k. But if you're attacking into a grade 3, it gains plus 10k instead.
Yeah. So that's it. It's just blank power.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Because when you have both Force Flash and
Swirly Shot
face
up in
your extra deck, that means you've already played it, the Hisatsu deck, you get access to the last 2 cards of this deck. And that is
Spring Thunderclap or Shunrai.
So Swirly Shot, how do you say Swirly Shot?
Guru Guru Shuto.
And then this one is
Go no Isin.
I use this one a lot. I spend this one a lot in the game. And then you combine and you get these 2.
Yeah. So Spring Thunderclap, it can only be played by Sakurazaki, and you need to have a Swirly Shot and a Force Flash face up in your Hisatsu deck. When this card is activated, give the unit plus 5000 power and change the original critical of the unit to 2.
Yeah, it's kind of annoying.
It's not an increase, it's changes. So if I'm not wrong, it dodges the effect heal.
I mean, it still checks more than +1 crit. Your critical is 2 or higher. Yeah, that's how it works. Okay. But don't worry, it's still a free +1 crit. Like, considering there's no other cost on this card, like, all you have to do is just play the game, right? Like, come on, it's not that hard.
Yeah.
So it's a free crit there.
If for some reason you manage to have 2 copies of Sakurazaki in the front row, please take out the Sakurazaki. You'll have You'll have multiple double critical attacks going at your opponent's Vanguard, which is quite high pressure.
Yeah, but the only downside is, of course, that it does take time to set up because you do actually need to go through the Hisatsus. So do bear in mind that that's probably like a turn 4 play.
So what you're looking for in your opening hand is mainly Riker, Foxworth, and Sakurazaki.
Yeah, I mean those are the main 3. But okay, let's end it before this video gets long. This is the end for our very, very, very long
DZBT15 journey.
DZBT15 journey. And also the end for the deck profile itself, which is of course for Sasanami Unmei. I will be frank as I've been saying, I really love this collab. And I don't mean in terms of I like the IP. Like the IP is fine with me. You are a like
huge fan,
like child fan.
Yes, from the childhood.
Yeah, you're from childhood, right? Like you're probably one of the guys that says, "Oh, my bed sheets were all Inazuma 11" type nonsense. But like this collab to me is one of the most fun because of the way they use energy, right? The way they actually implemented the tension gauge into energy, the way they adapted all the Hisatsu, and the fact that multiple people can use multiple different Hisatsu, and it's not just a very long skill box on like the first card, which, let's be honest, that's what they could have done.
Yeah.
Like you look at what they did for like Yakuza, like they just go, oh yeah, so he made the guy once, you put him in souls, 30k shield forever. It's like, what? So annoying. But like for this deck, the fact that they went out of their way to, yes, granted, nobody likes extra zones. I think everybody who plays Vanguard is like, oh, collabs get extra zone, boo-hoo.
Yeah.
But this one, I feel like is done in a, no pun intended, tactful way, wherein I genuinely don't hate it at all. I don't even think as a non-Inazuma 11 fan that this is a bad deck.
Okay, as a Vanguard player, I do understand the frustrations of facing off against Inazuma 11 because
they don't need to declare the skill until they attack.
Yes, so this 16 card Hisatsu deck is a hidden zone. So if you don't know what Hisatsu guys can potentially activate, your opponent is also unable to tell you until they activate it.
Yeah. So like if you have like basic, I would say, I can't use the word basic, but if you have general knowledge that most of the Hisatsu tend to give you an average like plus 5k, that is pretty good of a working knowledge to carry with you into a competitive setting, especially when you play against Inazuma 11. But if you take the time to actually read some of the Hisatsus, they are confusing. I do see that. I mean,
Emperor Penguin number 2 is a Daikaiser effect, so that's fine.
Yeah, I mean the idea is that it's a penguin, but like it's fine. This collab actually has my blessing compared to like Yakuza, where I'm like, oh god, can you just take this guy out like for good? But this one I genuinely do love. It's a collab that honestly I'm not gonna hate on.
As an introductory product, I also think that
it's
the
really
trial
good
decks
too. Yeah, like the trial decks, both Chronicle and Story, I think they do a wonderful job of weaving in the large Inazuma 11 fan base into Vanguard.
Meanwhile, introducing a new mechanic that has not been seen before in Vanguard with the Hisatsu deck.
I mean, you can't say that. We have had G-Zones before.
G-Zones are units, but Hisatsu decks are orders. The way it's implemented is slightly different, it is quite interesting, and it's not soullessly implemented.
Oh yeah, it's definitely not soulless. Like, it's not like Yakuza where it's like so blindly, guys, look at me, I have 8 cards in the soul, these are my 15k shields, this is my 3 crit guy, this is my multi-attack, this is my drive +4. No. This one is genuinely like, look, the footballers can do things like summon electric strikes and ice blizzards and UFOs and soon to be dragons and Pegasuses and tornadoes and meteor rockets and God, and all of this comes from you actually just shouting the name in Japanese, flip the card, tada.
Yeah. So as a deck, it is quite complex to master,
for sure,
but easy to pick up, which is what I like when it comes to beginner products.
I think that's the goal for every collab, if you ask me. Like, the collab needs to be easy to pick up because there will be people that want to start the game because of the collab, right? Let's face it.
Correct.
And Inazuma 11 is a very well-loved franchise that just doesn't have that many outlets to play, if I can be frank. Like, besides the few video games, what else do you do?
Yeah.
You don't do much. You can't say, oh my god, the football collab, I'm going to run outside and play football. Like, no one is going to try and summon fire tornadoes on you.
Honestly, the way Bushiroad has handled this collab is
I like it.
Quite amazing, because they get people in the doorstep by giving them a trial deck.
They don't give you, you pay for
okay,
it.
you pay for the trial deck, but then if you want to upgrade your deck, you then go into the main Vanguard set to
buy the... I think that's the best way to do a collab, and not like Record Ragnarok where the trial deck is so like canceredly destroyed that you have to buy all the main deck, all the main set cards. This one generally, like, you can see quite a healthy fair bit of them are just from the trial deck that still retain.
I mean,
and I think that's
honestly the design of having a collab in a main set, although it might irk some people, is the ideal way to go to introduce more people into the game.
And it also increases the value of the booster sets because they are just free cards they just put in the set. As compared to like collab boosters where you just have to buy the whole collab for freaking personas. Yeah, but I'm not bitching on Persona because we haven't seen a single card from the Persona collab, so I have no idea if it's good or not. And Bushiroad hasn't told me anything because, you know, they don't leak me stuff. But yeah, that's really about it. Anything else? Because this video is already way too long.
Yeah. Anyway, if you guys ever feel that football isn't for you, welcome to a card game. Enjoy. Even Sasanami Unmei would enjoy playing Cardfight Vanguard with his health conditions.
Yeah, I mean, he'll probably die when he fights Takuto because Takuto will be like, okay, every time you take a damage, your heart gets in more pain. Or like, you'll get Ibuki will chain your heart, you know? And then he'll be like, but I have a heart condition, then I screw you, Gusty attacks.
What is with Link Joker and heart conditions,
right? Like, I don't know, man, I don't know. Actually, we should just do like a King of Jang episode where we like, okay, you play as Unmei, I play as like, I play as a Chaos Breaker, and every time you take a damage, we have to put like an electric shock collar or some nonsense. Or we stab you in the heart, right? It's a heart condition, right?
Yeah.
So you just put a knife in your heart once, and then when you have 6 knives in your heart, you lose. Like,
just like 5Ds, you know?
Oh yeah, like 5Ds.
When Leo, Luna, and Jack fought Aporia.
Oh no, then we just taught him like, give up on the game or else. Give up on the game or else. Bro, this is so fun. Okay, we've taken too long. Thank you all so much for watching. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
World Cup. Everybody jump. That's the song they all sing, right? Like, I don't know. Do you think Messi wins the World Cup this year? I can't hope he does. I like Messi.
I like Ronaldo.
Ronaldo.
Sweet!